Oh man, guys, we need to talk about Warzone and what's going on. But first, a word from our sponsor. If you don't have enough time, nerves, or you don't have good enough teammates, but you still want to have all the cool camos, I suggest you use the website DVING.net. Dark matter camo, dark ether camo, operators unlocks, ranks leveling, and win boosting. You can choose what you need. The boost works with account sharing, so they do everything for you without cheats or bug abuse. This site has been working for many years, and it has lots of clients, reviews, and payment methods. You could check this yourself, and with the code TheDryerNewt, you'll have 15% discount on all services. And if you didn't get it or have questions, feel free to contact the operator. Huge shout out to DVING for sponsoring this video so I can give you guys content that you all love and enjoy. Be sure to check them out and use code TheDryerNewt. All right, everyone, so Warzone, where do I even begin? Warzone is going downhill. It is declining super fast, and the one thing I want to talk about in this video is why Warzone is not going to be a viable game to play in the near future, especially with all these new games coming out. Battlefield 2042, Battlefield Portal, we have Halo Infinite coming out, and it's just those two big hitters. Apex Legends is making a comeback, and everybody is just leaving Warzone, and I want to talk about why they're leaving Warzone and how Warzone can come back and make a comeback if they want to. So first off, I want to talk about the problems with Warzone at the moment, and right now the elephant in the room, Warzone is just filled with hackers. Now I know they're saying they're banning a bunch of people, but guys, they don't understand, or I believe they don't understand, because there's nothing being said about it. There's no communication, and that's another thing I want to talk about. Communication is just off. But right now in Warzone, the really high skilled players, or even just an average, above average player, they're going to run into hackers 99.9% of the time in the game, because Warzone has no anti-cheat system. And I don't know why it's taking them so long to implement an anti-cheat system, just because right now in Warzone, a hacker can go make an account, and then once he gets banned from that account, then he can just go in and make another account, and there's a new cheat out there where you get an unlock tool and you actually can unlock everything at a low level and not be detected, and just hack away or cheat away no matter what. And even if they decide to hardware ban certain players or the hackers, that's not going to be good enough, because you could spoof your devices in order for the hack or you getting banned not to work. So there is just a workaway around that, and it's just not a feasible way. We need an anti-cheat system that can detect a hacker right when they get into the lobby, kick them out of that lobby, anyone that's expected of hacking, and that will make the game a lot more enjoyable. The next thing I want to talk about is the skill-based matchmaking. The COD community for years have been super vocal about skill-based matchmaking, and once you implement a system like that, there's always going to be people that know how to get around it and get these quote-unquote gameplays, which aren't really gameplays, because they are just playing against pretty much bots, because the lowest of the lowest tier you're able to get into super easy. That's why a lot of gameplay channels and a lot of gameplays no one really cares about, because guess what? You just went into a reverse boosted lobby and you got a gameplay, and it's not legit, and it's not viable for someone with a high skill to go into a game and just get that gameplay right off the bat. Now I'm not saying that you can't do that, but most of the games that you're going to be playing when it comes to getting a good game or a high kill game, or like a really good gameplay, dropping those nukes, are against people that aren't as good as you, and you are not going to be able to do that right away or in a short amount of time or consistently, because the skill-based matchmaking is so strong. Whenever someone gets a gameplay, usually the lobby is a quote-unquote bot lobby, and you can still get put into those lobbies without reverse boosting, but it takes around 4 or 5 hours to get, and you don't see that. You just see the gameplay. But this guy over here that reverse boost is getting these gameplays every day, and it's just not a viable option in my opinion. So for the COD community, I feel like I speak for everybody out there, get that out of here. We don't want it. Another thing I want to talk about about is all of the new games that are coming out. Halo Infinite is looking to be a really good arena shooter. You got Battlefield 2042, and more specifically, I want to talk about the portal of Battlefield, and that is just going to allow everyone to have a brand new experience each time that they come and play Battlefield. It's going to allow them to make, whatever matches they want. And another thing, guys, skill-based matchmaking isn't going to be in Battlefield because it's server-based. They have each individual server. You can control, what game mode, what server is going to be closest to you, and you can just join. So therefore, skill-based matchmaking isn't really going to work out as much as it will in like Call of Duty, where the game finds a match for you. You're not able to pick a server in Call of Duty, which it's kind of mind-boggling. I know Black Ops 1, I believe, had that on the PC, and it was really nice feature to have. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is Warzone is the same experience over and over. There is nothing new that's happening in Warzone. Yeah, we got a couple of little map changes, quote unquote, but the new map, quote unquote, the new map, which is just a reskin of the old map with a really annoying sun that no one really wants to, see it. Like visibility wise, it doesn't help out. It doesn't help out when you're going for gameplays and someone up, you're facing the sun and they have their back towards the sun. They're trying to make a realistic shooter, and Warzone is not a realistic shooter. If you wanted to go play a realistic battle royale type shooter, you would go play Escape from Tarkov. That game is more realistic than Warzone will ever be, and it's just not fun. We want a nice fun game, and Warzone is a really easy to get into, and the skill gap is not really that high, but the same mechanics are over the same as they've been since day one. We still got the campers in the buildings, you still got the helicopter, the vehicle play, everything is still the same. There is no intervention or change in Warzone since day one, since it came out. Yeah, there's weapon changes, there's a train added, there's these little things added, but overall the aesthetic and the map layout is still the same. The same tactics are still being used since day one when Warzone came out, and it was just super boring and super annoying. Another thing I want to talk about is Splitgate. I actually hopped on Splitgate and had a really fun time with it, and I think that is just going to take over, and it's just going to keep going up and up until Halo Infinite comes out, and that's like a nice placeholder for when Halo Infinite comes out, or before Halo Infinite. People can just hop on Splitgate, and it's like a portal system, which is just an intervention, and it's just a fun arena shooter where headshots matter, and it's just a fun game to play. Now, when it comes to things that they can do to fix Warzone, they could add an anti-cheat system, they can add regular updates. Yeah, we get cool store bundles and everything, but this costs money. Why not just make updates to where you get this camo if you get a 100-meter headshot or something like that, 500 or 25 100-meter headshots, you get this sweet camo, and just things to unlock and make more fun. Feel like there's always progression in the game. You guys know each season you get reset back to level 55, so in my personal opinion, there's no point grinding levels because you're just going to get reset, so you just play. There's no goal there's no end goal, there's nothing that you can work towards to get better at Warzone and keep getting and unlocking things. So once you have all the guns unlocked, yeah, it's cool to have free guns and free DLC, but you get those right away, and then now what? It's fun for about a week, and then it's just back to the same old thing. So Warzone, a lot of people are leaving it. A lot of people are actually going to be playing a lot of these bigger games, especially when Battlefield 2042 comes out and when Halo Infinite comes out. I just don't feel like Warzone is just going to be a viable option in the future. Yeah, a new Call of Duty is coming out, but everybody's saying that Call of Duty Vanguard's a World War II, and it's literally the reverse of what happened with Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1. Those are old shooters that no one really wanted. Battlefield 5 came out when Modern Warfare was out, or like a year before, and nobody wanted to play a World War II shooter. They wanted a nice modern shooter, and now Call of Duty is actually going back and having a World War II shooter, and Battlefield 2042 is actually a futuristic shooter, so a lot of people are going to hop on that, and it's over when Battlefield comes out with their own battle royale futuristic, or if Halo comes out with the battle royale. There's just so many different options to play in the near future, and it's going to be interesting to see what Warzone or Call of Duty does, especially when they had Black Ops Cold War release. It's okay now, but when it first released, it was just hot garbage and no one wanted to play. It was an unfinished game, and you can't tell me, oh, it was made in a pandemic, man. Like, we know everything was halted, but you shouldn't have released a broken game. Okay, so Warzone, in order for it to turn around, they need new maps, they need new updates regularly, they need to be on the ball about everything, they need an anti-cheat system, and they just need something fun, well, community driven, so that a lot of people can just get on, have fun, play, get rid of the skill-based matchmaking, so that each lobby is a different experience and just have a better time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Always remember to stay blessed and stay humble, and I will catch you guys in another Call of Duty video. Might play some Splitgate, might be uploading some Battlefield. You know, we're just a FPS aiming, you know, channel. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and as always, guys, remember to stay blessed and stay humble. Peace.